Hey there, St. Paul family. Dr. Carl Menninger, a renowned psychiatrist and self-proclaimed atheist, once said that if he could convince the patients in psychiatric hospitals that their sins were forgiven, 75% of them could walk out the next day. That's the power of forgiveness. Now, you are not in a psychiatric hospital, but you do have a sickness inside of you, a sin sickness. And what makes that sin sickness worse is the guilt that we feel about it. First of all, that makes us punish ourselves with negative thoughts. We can't seem to get loose of these terrible things that we think about ourselves, make us want to run and hide. Another thing that can make this sin sickness worse is if we deny it, as if we say, no, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me at all. Or if there is, at least I'm not as sick as that person over there. Now, as Christians, we know that this sin sickness no longer has any power over us anymore. It cannot condemn us. It cannot kill us. To both the guilty and the proud, Jesus offers the cure: forgiveness. We know forgiveness is important, but oftentimes we struggle to understand it, to believe it, to receive it for ourselves, and also to then give it away to others. I invite you to join me and the rest of the members of St. Paul on a 40-day journey of discovery. What will we be exploring? The depth of God's forgiveness for you and for the whole world. From the Red Letter Challenge, which we did 5 years ago as a congregation, comes a new book, The Forgiving Challenge, a 40-day life-changing journey of freedom. Life-changing? That's a pretty bold claim, and that is only possible through the words of Jesus. Over 40 days, we are going to examine what Jesus says about forgiveness, about sin, about the power of redemption and restoration and sanctification, about the healing and the joy that can be found through the forgiveness won for us by Jesus. And the great news is that these books, The Forgiving Challenge, are free to you. We want you to have one and to join us with it with no excuses, right? So if you haven't gotten your copy, pick one up today. They can be found in the church narthex. Pick one up when you're there for worship. What's also great this year is that we have the kids edition. Right? If you've got kids under 12 years old at home, this puts the Forgiving Challenge in words and language and with examples that they can better understand and grasp, so that they too can know the depth of God's love and forgiveness for them, and then how to spread that forgiveness to others. Our 40-day challenge as a congregation begins this Monday, September 16th. That is when together we will read day 1 in this book, and we will continue for 40 days until we end on October 25th. Now, if you happen to miss a day or 2 or 7, don't feel guilty about it. Right? There is freedom in this. Just pick up and join with us when you can. When we gather for worship on the weekends, we will also be doing a sermon series based on this book, examining the acronym that is introduced in the Forgiving Challenge. You'll learn a little bit more about that soon. We encourage you that when you read this, yes, you can read it on your own, but it's great to have somebody to do it with, somebody to hold you accountable. So do it with a friend. Do it with your spouse. Do it, again, if you have kids, with your family, around the dinner table, or whenever you have an opportunity. Do it with a small group. Whatever will help you complete the challenge. And my prayer for you, for all who join us in this 40-day challenge, is that you would believe even more confidently that the one whom the Son sets free is free indeed.